Well, here's a view of our two eaglets this evening, and they are both way out of the nest, way up on different branches. So they are branching out and doing great. So I'm going to zoom in just a little bit. You can see one down to the left of the screen and one way up to the right, and the nest is kind of in the middle. So they are definitely branching, which means that they're starting to fly from branch to branch or jumping from branch to branch. So this is a new development in this nest, and so we're glad we get to document it. So looking at these two, there may be a little bit of a size difference, but again, I can't quite tell till I get them side by side, because one's a little bit farther back than the other one. So pretty neat to get to see this tonight. I showed up and was talking to my mom and dad, and I was like, wait a minute guys, gotta go. These eaglets are out of the nest. So I'm loving what we're seeing here. Okay, we're gonna just keep an eye on these guys and see if there's any change in their movement. See if they're gonna move around or if they're gonna stay put where they're at. If they're out of the nest, it might be because of a couple of things. One is that they might be really hungry. One is that they could have been just exercising their wings and decided to go a little bit farther. Or it could be because it's so blasted hot out. They just wanted to be in a cooler spot. So we'll go with the last thing, the last theory. If I were an eagle, that's what I would do. Get someplace where it's cooler, not sit in that hot nest all day, especially if I was practicing my wings. Okay, we're gonna zoom in on our eaglet to the left and see if we're gonna see any wings there. We are starting to get a breeze. And as we're watching that one, I'm going to keep an eye on the one up to the right as well, but wanted to get a good view of this one here first before I pan off and get a good view of the one on the right. Good looking eagles, little eaglets. I say little, they're not little, but young eagles. Once they take their first flights, then they're considered fledglings. And then after they leave the nest, then they're considered juveniles. And they'll remain juveniles for about a year and a half. They're going to start changing colors in their heads. They'll get a little bit more white each year until about 4 or 5 years when their heads turn white. And during that process, they're called subadults. So they go through an evolution, just like kids are babies, then they're children, then they are teenagers, and then they're young adults, and then they're adults. So that's kind of the same progression with an eagle until they mature. So kind of cool. All right, well, I've got 3 minutes on this video, 3.5. I'm going to zoom in just a little bit more. And this one is preening a little bit. The other one's still sitting where he is, or she. And I do think we might hear a Cooper's hawk in the background. Ralph was telling me the other day that what we thought was a flicker was a coop. So we do have a Cooper's hawk in the area as well. Okay, I'm gonna zoom back out. We're gonna come back over to this eaglet. We'll zoom in on this one a little bit. Whoops, sorry about that. My zooming skills need a little improvement. And there's our other eaglet, our branchers. So once they start sitting out on branches like this, they're considered branchers before they fledge. Well, how about that? Super excited to see this tonight. Okay, we're gonna call this one good.